So this is a continuation of the previous video, which is 3 autos, 3 helicopters. And in that video, we took a 700, a lightweight 700 and a 550, and we autoed them in really windy conditions. Now it was damn windy that day, and autorotations in wind are quite different from autorotations in light winds. So we had a couple of requests to redo the autos in light wind conditions, and that's what I'm going to talk you through today. One thing we didn't mention in the previous video is that in light winds you may need to slide the helicopter on the ground. Now if you have rubber stoppers, this might be a good time to go and remove those. What normally happens in light wind is you run out of head speed, but the model still has forward movement. And in that case you need to level the model out, put it down on the grass and let it slide for a foot or two. So let's have a look at the first autorotation, which is a 12S 700, the Tron 7 Elite. Okay, so let's break that down. There is a very light wind from the left, so we're going to go out quite a way to the right and get a bit of height. Here I've turned the model into the wind and it's gathering some speed. I've got the nose down slightly and a lot of pitch to get the forward speed and height to bring it back. At this point I have enough speed to get the model home, so I level it out, put the pitch at 0, and I'm about to hit the throttle hold switch. Here I've got a bit of negative and the model is in full auto. I've got my line, so I'm going to follow that all the way down now. Here I'm still following the line, using collective and elevator to stick to it all the way down. I'm about to start the flare. And this is the start of it. I've got a bit of back elevator to start pulling the nose up, which will increase the head speed and slow the model. Now I'm about to start moving the collective up. You can watch it move from where it is now to positive. Now if you still have some forward speed at this point, instead of trying to slow it down and run out of pitch, it's actually better to level it and let it slide on the grass. The model is almost stopped here, so I'm just going to level it out before the tail touches and put it down. And that's it. Let's have a look at the dynamic next. Here we go again, all the way out to the right, and we're looking to start at about 45 degrees up from where we are. I've turned the model into wind, so it's coming back, but I have the nose down with a bunch of collective until I have the height and speed I'm looking for. I have enough forward speed at this point, so I've leveled the helicopter. The pitch is back down to 0, and I'm about to cut the throttle. The head speed has dropped, and we've settled into the auto. I've got a line that should bring the model right to me. Now the dynamic is interesting in that you don't have to flare the model to gain head speed. It will literally land with the head speed you have on the way down. So at this point I'm just going to bring the nose up slightly and start raising the collective. And then just before the tail touches, level the heli out and let it slide if it needs to. The dynamic makes it too easy. The Gemini will be a little bit harder. We're in exactly the same spot again, about 45 degrees up from us, nose down, and lots of collective, so we're moving forward into the wind. Then when you judge you have enough height and forward movement to make the landing, level the heli, collective back to 0, and you can hit throttle hold. At this point we've settled into a nice auto and line, and you can hear that lovely auto blade noise. You don't want to be stretching the auto, so if the blade speed decays too far while trying to maintain the line, it can be a good idea to abort the auto and try again a bit closer or with more forward speed. But for now, we'll just follow the line down. Now here you can see I'm going to start raising the nose to increase the head speed as the model comes in. This is about as steep as we need to make it for the model to stop. So just as you get about a foot off the ground, you can level the heli off for a nice soft landing. A 550 size model won't hang about for long, so you'll need to get it level and it will land on its own very quickly. So there you have it. In light wind conditions, the autorotations are very different to what we did before. So in part 1, we did it in super windy conditions, and also in that video, I've got the setup for each of the models. So I show you what I'm using in terms of blades, ESC, hardware, servos, etc. And I even give you my pitch numbers. So if you're interested in that, you can go back and watch that one. And I hope this helps on your journey towards autorotations. Until next time.